To make decisions about pension finance, we first need an idea about spending in retirement. Spending on food, clothing, housing, holidays, and so on that occur after reaching retirement age. That is, when you no longer receive any income from working. In most European countries, statutory retirement age is currently around 65 years. For pension finance purposes, we are interested in the part marked in yellow here. The retirement phase ends when a person dies. When planning for retirement, we do not know when a person will die. However, the time of one's death determines the length of the period for which spending during retirement will occur, which is important for financing spending during this period. In earlier phases in life, other sources of funding exist for spending on food, clothing, etc. During initial education and training, here marked in blue and covering approximately age 0 to 20, parents cover the costs of living. When people start their working career and earn their own money, they take responsibility for their lives, including financial responsibility. During this phase, here marked in red, costs of living are covered by current income. Once the income stops because people stop working upon reaching retirement age, the question arises how to cover the costs of living now that there is no income anymore that could be used for this purpose. This also answers the following questions we asked at the beginning of this section. Is pension finance relevant for me? Is this a topic that concerns me personally? Pension finance is relevant for all those who depend on a job and the associated income during their active careers for covering costs of living and any additional spending. The situation may be totally different for someone who is very wealthy enough so that they do not depend on any income from work in order to cover their costs of living. For someone that wealthy, pension finance simply is not relevant. Most people, however, need a job and the resulting income to finance their costs of living while they are between 20 and 65. For these people, entering retirement raises the question how they can finance their costs of living now that they no longer receive any income from working. The role of pension finance is to make sure that also during retirement there are enough financial means to cover the costs of living.